Hey guys, it's Kat. I wanted to check in and make a video and just talk about how things are going in my life, and they are actually getting awesome. Um, I am just like learning all the time. Um, I also just like feel kind of joyous and stuff because I remembered life really is about the seasons. And sometimes in life, right when you don't expect it, things can drastically change for better or for worse, for positive or for negative. And one thing that I really needed to get straight on, and you know, the curriculum of the life path, like I needed to learn how to walk through the change of loss. And so that's something that I went through. When I was posting about feeling lost and like um the sadness that came with that. And I actually ended up having to like get rid of a lot of material possessions that I really liked. I even had a box full of like really prized memories go missing. And the grieving process for that probably took like 3 months. But with that, I found so many gifts. I feel like I found so much more about myself than I even thought that was possible. And honestly, a lot of that came through me really wanting to go back in time. And the whole time I'm like looking up on Reddit, like how to dimension hop, like how to project your consciousness into the past. And it led me back to when I first reawakened, like first had like it was like looking back now, that was definitely a nudge from the universe or one of the shocks of the thing where like, girl, this is, it reminded me of my path, like what I really have been wanting to do. And like maybe what I was born, not maybe, this is probably for sure at this point, like what I meant to do. Um, and a lot of that was coming to terms with like spiritual bypassing. So spiritual bypassing is essentially when you try to skip the levels of the initiations, when you try to skip the levels of learning. So let's say you learn about manifestation and you're like, oh, then I can just manifest $1 million. But the thing about the universe and its many different things is like, well, how are you going to get that $1 million actually? Are you lucky enough to win the lottery, but the lottery is, literally designed to be against even luck? It's like, so it's a mess up system. And so, and then it's the, sorry, not sorry. Um, yeah, spiritual bypassing is just trying to jump the levels without actually learning them, mastering them. So that's definitely something I learned was I'm actually so into spiritual bypassing and I had to let that go. And the way I let that go was I had to literally grieve the loss of so many material possessions. But with that loss, it led me to wanting to read A Course in Miracles. And I ended up, getting a whole new job and like getting to spend time with my family because I'm living at my family's house right now. And I just live on a couch, but I'm still whatever. Like my basic needs are met. And that's just the thing. This is a long jumble, but I guess the message of everything is meet yourself where you are and accept your current circumstances, or else nothing will change for you because your mindset will always be the same thing. You're trying to avoid what you must walk through. It's like when you have a fear, you will always be afraid of it until you face it head on. So if you're afraid of public speaking, then if that's the thing that you want to do, you have to just public speak. Like that would be the thing that would get rid of that fear. So that's something that I've been learning. And I'll end this with a really good metaphor I got from a book called The Sphere. And The Sphere is actually a really interesting book. It's an audiobook on YouTube. I'll link it below. Um, the Sphere is about this interdimensional sphere that the government is like doing experiments on, and they're investigating it. And basically, um, the story is all about how your thoughts create reality. So my favorite thing in the book is like this: you can read an entire book front to cover about riding a bike, and you can think about all of the ways that you could ride a bike, but you'll never actually learn how to ride a bike until you actually get your until you actually get on the seat and put your feet on the pedals and ride it, because you won't know unless you do it, which is literally the curriculum that I'm on, and like probably the curriculum of Earth. You can want something and you can really want to do something and think that you know what to do, but really, girl, you just have to do it. Do the work. And that's what I'm going to do now. So thank you. Yay!